Today on our 2007 GMC Sierra 1500, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Roadmaster battery charge line kit for towed vehicles, part number RM-156-25. The charge line kit is used for when your vehicle is in tow to maintain your battery's charge. First thing we need to do is we need to take out this panel here. You're going to have push pins across the top. You're going to have 8 of them. All you're going to do is take a flathead screwdriver, feed it underneath like that, pull up the center. Once you got the center up, the rest of it should come out. You're going to do that with all remaining ones on the panel. Once you have them all loose, you can just set the panel aside. We need to find a location to mount our circuit breaker. I'm thinking usually along the firewall, along the inside panel somewhere. You can put it along the firewall if need be. Just make sure you have enough red wire. Next, you'll take your self-tapping screw and an 8mm socket. So next we're going to take our red wire, because it's going to be going into our plug, our 6-way. We're going to run it down, kind of poke it through a hole, just so that we have enough. Then we're going to route this wire somehow along the inside of the grill here. Try to keep it to where it's not going to be really visible if you're looking at the front of the vehicle. I'm going to run right through here, up underneath like that. Run a zip tie right here. Next, you're going to have 3 ring terminals, 2 small and 1 big. On the circuit breaker, you're going to have 2 different colored posts. One's going to be a copper color, one's going to be silver. So we're going to take the one coming from the plug, and we're going to put it into this one. The one running from our battery will run to the copper. You take this, get our length, cut the wire, make sure you hold on to the other piece, strip the end, and we're going to put a small ring terminal on. We're going to take it, and it's going to go on the auxiliary side of our circuit breaker, or the silver color. Go ahead and put your nut back on. Then our other wire, put on the small ring terminal on one end, strip the other end, and you're going to put on the large ring terminal. Again, you're going to take the small ring terminal. Now this one's going to the battery, so we're going to be using the copper post. Now we're not going to connect it to the battery at this time. Next we'll take a 10mm wrench and we'll just snug them up. So you just want to tighten these enough so that they're snug on there. You're not going to break your ring terminals. You're not going to break this plastic piece that's on the top of your circuit breaker. So now we're going to take our rubber boot off. We're going to feed our wire through the center. Per the instructions, it says your battery charge line goes to the center post. So we'll strip it back. Take a small flathead screwdriver, Phillips. Put your red wire in place. Pull it down. Go ahead and replace the boot. Next, we'll take a 10mm socket. We're going to take off this nut right here, going to our positive side of our battery post. We're going to put our ring terminal on and replace the nut. So you have that in place, we can test it out, make sure we're getting power to our 6-volt. You remember we ran our red wire to the center. That's showing that we're getting power. So when we hook up our RV, we're going to have power charging our battery. So now your kit's going to come with some wire loom. It's up to you if you'd like to use it. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. This being a red wire and running across this open grill, I'm going to use it just to kind of help hide the wire a little bit better. And you can see how it's split. If you'd never use wire loom, sometimes you just take the wire, kind of bend it just a little bit. You can feed it right into the wire loom. Every once in a while, you're going to want to put a piece of electrical tape around it. That just helps keep the wire inside the loom. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get some of this extra wiring in here with it. Once you have all your wires connected, go ahead and replace your panel. So you're just going to take your push pin fastener, you're going to put them into place, push them down. You're going to do that on the remaining 7 holes. And that'll do it for the Roadmaster battery charge line kit for towed vehicles, part number RM-156-25 on our 2007 GMC Sierra 1500.